to prevent discomfort and joint pain. Muscular discomfort entirely up to you. If you need to stop whenever you need to stretch, stop and stretch. If you can keep it going for as long as you can. Usual props, a ball if you've got one, a cushion or a towel, if you don't have a ball, and then a band, again if you have one, or a belt, strap, anything that you can use for assistance, especially for the legs. So if you're seated, trying to find that nice lifted seated position, so encouraging space at the front of the body, so that the diaphragm, the big breathing muscle inside the ribcage, is able to move up and down to create that breath. You don't need to resort to apical breath, so you don't need to breathe with the top of the chest, which is not a relaxed breath. So see if I can try and be aware of the ribcage, staying soft, staying relaxed. The breath is dropping down into the belly, feeling the belly expanding with the inhalation and relaxing with the exhalation. If you're laying down, allowing the body to relax completely onto the mat, and then just noticing the raise and the fall of the belly, the breath. And then as you're trying to calm down the nervous system, using the breath, so you can run a quick scan over the body. So how do I feel? Is there any nickel? Is there any tension, any stiffness anywhere? How about the pressure? If I'm seated, what's the pressure like between my right and the left hip? If I'm laying down, what's the pressure like between my right and the left shoulder, my left and my right butt cheek? Are my arms in the same position? Is one arm a little bit more open, a little bit more turned than the other? How about the legs? How about the head? Is it centered? Is it like off to one side? Is it like turned? Just, I'm not changing anything, just noticing where everything is and how I feel to begin with. And then as you feel a little bit more settled, as you feel a little bit more relaxed in that position, then see if you can start focusing on the shoulders. I'm going to start rolling the shoulders around. So little circles to begin with, progressively making them bigger if the shoulders allow me to do so. Just making sure that the movement is not causing pain. There will be all sorts of creaking and scrunching sounds. As far as there is no pain with it, I'm going to keep the movement going nice and big. If there is pain, I'm just going to reduce the size of the movement, make it smaller. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then reversing the circles, bringing the shoulders forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easing the shoulders back to the middle, and then these down finger pulling the shoulders back again, but one shoulder at a time. So back and then take back the other. So especially if you're seated, you've got plenty of space behind you. So you can try and really open up the movement to see if you can get some movement into the upper back too. If you're lying down, a little bit more, reduce the range. As I can't really move into the floor, I can still get some movement going through the upper back as I side to slide into one and into the other shoulder. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And releasing back, adjusting the shoulders, bringing back to left, adjusting the position of the head. And then from the shoulder pad, I'm going to focus on the shoulder joint. I'm going to start to move it one arm at a time. I'm going to raise the arm up to the front, and then I'm going to reach it back as far as I can. Easing the arm back by the side, and then I'm going to try and do the same thing with the other arm. Returning back, and then moving the other. Think of the arm moving into the shoulder socket, so making sure that it's not the all of the shoulder that's kind of like swinging up and down this time. The shoulder blade is still is the shoulder joint that is allowing the arm to move. So it could be a little reach, it could be a big reach, making sure that I'm not forcing it so there is no pain in the shoulder as the arm is moving. If you're lying down, it's a little bit easier as you're working with gravity. If I'm seated up, it's a little bit harder as I'm working with gravity. So the arms and the section of the heavier. So making sure that I'm lifting it just as far as I think the shoulder and the neck relaxes. So I'm not stiffening, I'm not shrugging, I'm not tensing to get the arm to lift a little bit more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Easing the arm down and then changing the direction of the movement. Instead of going for a front raise, I'm going to go into a lateral raise. I'm going to swing the arm round the side and towards the head, and then round the side and back. Then with the other, round the side and towards the head, round the side to come back. Trying to make the swing as wide as possible. The same as you did on the front raise, making sure that it's not pinching, it's not catching in the shoulder. So there is no pain in the shoulder as the arm is moving from one side to the other. So especially seated, if I feel that the shoulder is catching, so it feels a bit painful, it feels a bit uncomfortable, I might make the swing a little bit shallower. So I'm just going to bring it slightly forward, still to the side. Same as if you're lying down. I'm trying to keep the arm as close to the floor as possible. But if I feel that put pressure on the shoulder, then I'm going to allow the arm to come up a little bit higher. So making sure that the movement is still smooth, it's not creating pain in the shoulder joint. 4, 3, 2, 1. And releasing back, relaxing the shoulders. Staying with the shoulders, I'm going to change the direction of the movement again. This time I want a little bit more focus on the back. So if you're laying down, roll over onto your side, set yourself into side line. The knees are bent directly in front of the hips. The shins are level to the front of the mat. The bottom arm, I'm going to pull it forward until I'm resting on the back of the shoulder, so I'm not crushing the shoulder joint. And then I might need a block under the head to raise the head up slightly. If I feel that the neck feels quite tight, you know, it just feels it has been pulled off my shoulders. And then top arm, I'm going to raise it up towards the ceiling. And then turning the ribcage to the ceiling, I'm going to try and open up the arms as well as I can. Then easing my way back, and then opening again. If you're seated, think of the right arm moving. As if I was holding a glass on top of the hand, I'm going to start taking the glass around to the back. As if I was trying to pass it to the person behind me, and then I'm going to come forward again. I'm going to try and pass the glass to the person behind me, and then coming back. So it could be a very little opening, it could be a very big one. Just make sure that you don't tip the glass over, the shoulder is not suddenly itching up to your head. So the shoulder is down, the neck is too long, and it feels loose, so there is no pain, there is no tension around it. Coming back. And then opening out again. 5, 4, 3, 2, controlling out, controlling back. Last one. And releasing back. Relaxing the shoulders, releasing the arm, I'm going to try to see the other side. So pulling over onto the other side, switching yourself over, setting the same position. So if you're lying down, making sure you're resting on the back of the shoulders, so you're not crushing the bottom shoulder, the bottom arm. If you're seated, holding the glass with your left hand, and then opening around to the left. Easing back, and then opening again. So same as I did on the right. I know that the first few movements are always stiff ones, and then it gradually becomes a little bit easier. So I'm not going to force it. See if I can try and create that nice movement through, opening and closing the door on the other side. So if I'm lying down, the knees are still bent, the shins level to the front of the mat, the bottom arm is extended and wide, and going to open up, and then close it back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing back, relaxing the shoulders, releasing the arms if you're lying down, moving over onto your back again, resetting your neutral, same as before. And then this time, I'm going to still focus on the shoulder, but trying to get, instead of opening, to close across the front of the chest. So raising the arms up in front of you, I'm going to bend the elbows. If I'm laying down, my fingers should be behind you. If I'm seated, the fingers should be pointing to the ceiling above. And then I'm just going to open out, and then I'm going to squeeze them together. So you can squeeze them together to feel your elbows touching. So I'm going to open and then squeeze it to close. Open and then squeeze it to close. So feeling a little bit more activation into the front of the shoulder, across the front of the chest. Same as before, the shoulder is no with the movement. 5, squeezing. 4, squeeze. 3, 2, 1. And release, relaxing the shoulders, releasing the arms, and then this time bending the elbows, tap the elbows into the side of the rib cage, the side of the waist. Turn the palms to face towards the head as if I was trying to kind of like hold the book in my hands. And then I'm just going to start rotating out and then rotating back. Try as much as you can to keep the elbows close to the side so that they don't reach away from you. Just as if you can picture the top of the arm turning into the shoulder socket. If you're seated, making sure that the arms are swinging behind you. So that open up, my elbows is not slipping to the back. So it's not the arm that is swinging back, it's the arm that is turning out to open. And then close it back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Relaxing the shoulders, releasing the arms, grabbing hold of the ball, pillow, place the ball between the right arm and the side of the ribcage. Tuck it under my armpit. I'm going to keep the elbow bent, palm facing forward, facing your head. And then I'm just going to start squeezing as if I was trying to bring the top of the arm into the side of the ribcage. So not forward, but sideways. So I'm going to give the ball a little squeeze and release. A little squeeze and release. As you're squeezing into the ball, think of the top of the arm dropping down. So I want the arm to drop away and then to come in at the same time. So I'm trying to create space and then I'm going to squeeze the ball. Create space and squeeze the ball. So making sure that I'm squeezing the ball, the shoulder doesn't hitch up. It goes down. So instead of as far away from my head, as far away from my face as possible. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold that squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Relaxing the shoulder, relaxing the arm, transferring the left side. So tap the ball under the left armpit, hold it between the arm and the side of the ribcage. And the same as you did on the right side, making sure that you're not trying to pull the arm across to the front. You're trying to pull the arm into the side. Think again of the shoulder dropping down before you squeeze into the ball. Down before squeezing into the ball. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing back, relaxing the shoulder, releasing the arms, a little bit more connection to the shoulder together with the upper body, we're going to focus on the legs. So keep the ball, place the ball between the knees, pillow between the knees, and then we're going to squeeze into the ball. Both legs together, I'm going to squeeze as hard as I can, as if I was really trying to pop the ball, and then I'm going to use that pressure. Notice if the tension is different, right and left the side. So I might find that one side seems to be really squeezing, really working, the other side it doesn't feel the same. I'm going to focus on the side that feels weaker, it feels different, to see if I can get a better connection to that leg, to that inner. And then same as usual, if I feel that the leg doesn't quite understand the movement, I'm going to guide it into the movement. So I want the leg to squeeze in, so I might just push it in slightly with my hand, and then letting go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold that squeeze, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Release it through the inner thighs, allowing the inside of the leg a little bit of a rest, and then I'm going to focus on the top of the thigh. If you're sitting, you can just put the hand onto the thigh, so right down onto the right thigh. If you're lying down, it's nice to use the ball between the hand and the thigh, so that you don't have to overreach with the arm and strain the neck. You can use it seated as well if you want to. What I want is to think of your hand holding the leg down while the leg is trying to come up. So I'm going to push down with that hand and try to pull up with the leg, and then relax. Push down with the, push away with that hand, and then up with the leg, and relax. As you try to create that kind of like opposing force, see if you can notice the tension. I want the front of the hip and the front of the belly kind of like turn on automatically to create that tension. So see if I can picture the front of the hip closing and the front of the belly tensing to have a support to that tension. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Relaxing the legs, same thing with the left side. So using the ball between the thigh and the hand if I want to. Placing the hand directly onto the leg if I prefer, if it's comfortable enough. And then with the hand I'm going to push away, the leg I'm going to try to pull towards me. Release the tension, and then squeeze in again. So same as on the other side. So if you can just be aware of the little twitch, the little connection into the front of that left hip. Every time that I pull onto the hand, you feel the front of the hip wanting to close. And then I'm just going to let go and relax. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Relaxing the hip, releasing the leg, and then I'm going to move back onto the inner thigh. This time I'm going to change the tempo. So instead of squeezing as hard as I can, I'm going to go for a lighter squeeze, but a faster one. So instead of squeezing and releasing, I'm going to squeeze and 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 squeeze as fast as I can. So I know that my left side is the one that is struggling, so I'll be paying more attention to that left leg. I know that it's my right that is struggling, I'm going to pay more attention to the right side. Pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. Last 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Relax the knee, I can feel a little bit more connection to the inside of the leg. I'm going to go back into the front of the hip. This time, instead of resisting the leg with the hand, I'm going to encourage the leg to lift. So what I want is for the right knee to start lifting and lowering, the left knee to start lifting and lowering down. Whether the foot lifts or not, it doesn't matter. It could be a very small movement. The foot might stay on the floor. Just that if you can be aware of the front of the hip, we're trying to create that pull. I want my thigh bone to come closer to the chest. So I want the angle of the hip to close, to become smaller. So I'm going to pull up on one, ease back, pull up on the other side, and then ease back. If I feel that again, the leg is a little bit temperamental, then I might use the hands again to guide it. So I'm going to try and guide it up, and maybe see if I can control it down. Guide it up, and then see if I can control it back down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Relaxing the legs, releasing the hips. And then I'm going to work onto the side of the hip and back of the leg. So if you've got band of strap, I'm going to tie it around the knees. I can hold it with the arms, but it's easier if I place a little kind of like a knot or a little bar in place so that I can tense my arms. I just, I can just let go of the band. If it's an elasticated one, I will keep it quite tight around the legs and keep sway. If it's a solid one, I will keep it a little bit looser, as obviously there is no give, so I want a little space in the loop to be able to actually move the leg in and out inside that loop. And then exactly the same as I did with the ball in reverse, to start pushing out into the band. And then I'm going to control my way back. So I'm going to push it out and control it back. So if it's an elasticated band, I'm aiming for the band to stretch as wide as possible. If the band is a stiff one, so it's the belt or the strap, then I'll be going just the strap. As I feel that my legs can move and the band is kind of like digging into the side of my thighs before I relax. 10, 9, guiding the legs again if I need to. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Relaxing the hip but releasing the legs. I'm going to undo the band. Push the band to one side. And then focusing on the back of the leg. I'm going to walk the feet a little bit closer to the chair if I'm seated. And then pushing down into the soles of the feet. My feet standing off the chair. So I'm going to lean forward and then push up into a little lift. Then I'm going to control my sitting back and then try again. Lean forward, push up into that lift. And then controlling it back. If you're laying down, I'm going to come up into bridge. So pushing down through the soles of the feet, I'm going to squeeze my hips up into extension. And then I'm going to release back down again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And releasing back, relaxing the hips, so releasing into the legs. And then I'm going to go back into the side of the hip. Without the resistance of the band. I'm just going to work with the leg. If you lay down, rolling over onto the side, setting yourself into clown. So the head is supported with the arm, with the block, whatever works better. The knees are bent, the legs are one on top of the other. I'm going to keep the feet together, and then I'm going to start turning and lifting that top leg out. And then easing it back. If you're seated, think of your right leg. I'm going to place my right hand next to the right thigh, and then I'm going to push the leg into the hand, and then I'm going to release back. Push the leg into the hand, and release back. With the hand, I can create as much resistance as I want. So it could be a very light, hard resistance, whatever you feel that you can work with. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Relaxing the leg and relaxing the hip. When you're ready, rolling over onto your side. If you're lying down on the side, setting the same position on the other leg. If I'm seated, left down against the left side, and I'm just going to push my way out, and then easing my way back. Push out, and then ease it back. Again, as much resistance as I want with the arm. If you're laying down, same as you did on the other side, making sure that as the leg comes up, the hips are not rolling backwards. So see if I can keep myself on the side, just to think of the leg moving into the hip socket. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and releasing them. Relaxing the hip, go releasing the leg. If you're laying down, rolling over onto the back again, focusing on the back of the hips again. So whether I'm lying down or sitting up, what I want is to really focus on the right and left hip. So I'm going to try and pick up my right leg, and then I'm going to squeeze my way up to the left. Then ease the right, pick up the left, and then squeeze my way up on the right. If I can't quite lift the foot off the ground, I'm going to keep the foot down, but see if you can think of one leg driving up. So my right foot is down, but my left leg I'm focusing on to try and create that lift. Then I'm going to ease back, my left foot is going to stay light, and my right leg is going to do the work. If you're standing, imagine to be wanting to stand, but on one leg. So if I can, I might even lift the foot off the ground. If I can squeeze my way up, squeeze my way up the other way. If I find that I can't lift the leg up, I'm going to keep it light and really try to focus. So first on the right, and then on the left. One side, and then the other. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and releasing back. Relaxing the hips and releasing the legs. The legs walk a little shape that when you're ready, if you're lying down, moving over to the side, and in your own time, push yourself up into staging. Finding that comfortable position that allows you to sit upright, as lifted, as open as possible. Using the hands at the back, leaning against the wall, against the sofa. If I feel that I need a little support, head back. And then just focusing on that front line of the body. See if we can try and create more space, more lift at the front. I'm going to take a deep breath in. I'm going to start pushing the chest forward and then up. I'm going to drop the shoulders down at the back. I'm going to forward, back. And then I'm going to release my way back. Rolling down as far down as I feel comfortable. And then coming up again. Extending up, lifting up. Pushing the chest forward, lifting it up towards the ceiling. Looking forward, looking up, looking back. And then releasing, coming down, moving the way down, gradually. One more time. Lifting up, extending up as much as you can. And then releasing back. One hand to the belly, one hand to the back. Take your bow.